Okay, let's go ahead and get started. And we'll start in Shavasana today. So, laying down on your back, take up some space on your mat. Take a few deep breaths and settle in. Begin to let go of whatever brought you here. During today's practice, allow your breath to be your guide. Allow it to take you deeper into the spaces of release, of letting go. Today's practice rescheduled from last week, letting go and renewal. I feel like this is perfectly timed as we are creeping up to the fall equinox and this next season of preparing to let go. So that in the spring, we have all of this renewal energy moving through us, moving through our lives. So, beginning the prep work for our fall emotional spiritual gardening experience. This taps into our, if you think back to Beyond the Pose to Ishvara Pranidhana, our fifth niyama, thinking about surrendering to the divine or trusting the flow of life, letting go, trusting whatever divinity is to you, whatever the universe, your God, your inner self, whatever it is to you, that's this higher frequency, this higher power, surrendering to whatever the flow is, however you identify it. This is thought of as our, it's not really a single form, right? This is beyond form, but expressed through us. We are a reflection of the universe, of consciousness, being expressed in the third dimensional, the material realm. So as we move through the practice, thinking about these things that we're drawing in, right? So we're releasing, we're drawing in this cleansing breath, and our breath is our guide during the practice today. Let every breath be offered back to the sun, back to the energy that it came from, back to our eternal sun. If you place your hands on your belly and feel into your solar plexus, feel the breath move through this space. This is your internal sun. It's where the energy moves the breath, moves our intentions. It's our power, right? Our breath can be a deep belly breath. We can move it up into the lungs and feel it come to life. That movement of energy, cleansing and renewing and allowing us to release. It's the cycle of nature, the cycle of the breath, the cycle of the universe, all at the same time. So thinking about what we are wanting to release, what we are wanting to let go of during this time. So bring to mind that intention of whatever it is that you're wanting to release now. Maybe it's a story, a relationship, a job, something that is not serving you, something that is holding you back maybe from stepping into your truth, into whatever you're devoted to. And during this practice, setting the intention to release this and allow whatever is going to flow in to fill that space to be up to this higher power, up to this divinity, the universe. So as you breathe here, really feel into this intention, really feel into your body wisdom, where the breath is flowing in your body, how it's flowing, and allow it to guide you to your innermost desire, the innermost place seeking to be liberated, to be released and brought to life. Take 3 more deep breaths and really sink into that intention and anchor it into your breath. Anchor it into your heart center, into your belly, into your root. Feel it within the breath flowing from our root to the crown of our head. Throughout the practice, allow this cycle of energy to move through you, to clear out what is no longer needed, and to invite renewed energy, renewed life force. When you're ready on that last breath, move into child's pose. You can bring a blanket or fold over the sides of your mat. A little cushioning for the knees here. And bring the knees width of the mat and sink the hips down, really sink them into the earth. And start by placing the hands on the earth in front of you. Feel your connection here, really rooting down. The palms of your hands pressing into the earth. And set this next intention that you are releasing whatever it is that you need to release through the palms of your hands into the earth. Maybe even give it a good shove. Just get that energy flowing. And find your nice, even breath. Even inhale and exhale throughout the practice. And walk the hands out. Bring the forehead to the mat. Fingertips stretched. Feel the gentle lengthening of the spine here as the hips sink and the crown reaches. We'll work with affirmations during this practice today. I'll sprinkle them throughout. We can start here with, I release what no longer serves me with love and gratitude. I release what no longer serves me with love and gratitude. Follow the breath. See where it's taking you. not where you want it to go, but where it's taking you. If we're following this breath from the base of our spine to the crown of our head, are there any places along that journey where the breath is stuck or feels stagnant? Maybe like a little speed bump. Begin to tune in to the subtle energies within your body. I release what no longer serves me with love and gratitude. Gaze comes forward towards the fingertips and gently walk the hands back, bringing the head up last. And just sit back on the knees or sit in an easy seated pose in Sukhasana. And just take a moment here, place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly, and just reconnect to the breath. Allow yourself to find that connection with your courage and your power and your devotion. Whatever it is that you are going to be releasing during this practice, think about what that will create for you. If I release this, then this happens. What is that statement for you? If I release blank, then blank happens. And release, and we will move into a seated butterfly. So bringing the soles of the feet together, spine nice and long. You can use blocks here underneath the thighs. If you're at home and don't have blocks, you can also use pillows or a towel maybe. Soles of the feet together, play around with where you'd like them to be. And finding that nice long spine, our sit bones rooted into the earth here, we still have that connection with our breath from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Following the breath. Maybe it's taking you someplace new now that you've brought forth your if then statement. What is it that we will be calling in? What new energy will be called in when we release? Do we know? Maybe we're just curious about whatever it is that's on the other side of this release. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Relax the jaw. An affirmation here is, I trust the universe has a plan and I surrender to it. I trust the universe has a plan and I surrender to it. This is the practice of Ishvara Pranidhana. It is to surrender to whatever the plan is. We don't know what it is and we don't have any control over it. We just surrender and allow it to unfold, allow it to bloom, and be curious about the journey along the way. If you'd like to walk the hands out and let the head hang heavy here, you can, or placing your forehead on blocks. I trust the universe has a plan and I surrender to it. And remove any props and gently walk the hands back, bringing the head up last. Maybe give the shoulders a little shrug, roll them back down. And we'll move into Sphinx. Bring the belly to the mat. Legs come out long behind you, elbows stuck underneath the shoulders. Fingertips spread nice and wide here. Gaze comes down between the hands. Press into the earth with the forearms and draw the shoulder blades together. Open up the heart space. We're opening our heart, connecting again with the breath here. Feel the belly compressed against the earth. Hips sinking into the earth as well. Feel into all of those connections, the navel drawing up into the heart center and kind of bursting out, right? Just exploding with energy, releasing with love and gratitude. Come back to the even breath. Following it along that central column of energy. Our affirmation here is, I forgive myself and others, moving forward with an open heart. I forgive myself and others, moving forward with an open heart. On the next exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. Bring your forehead to your forearms and just rest here. Take a couple of breaths. Feel into the release. Bring the right arm out to a T. Left hand comes under the left shoulder. Press away with the left hand, coming into a broken wing on the right side. Make any adjustments you need coming up to the hip. Maybe you'd like a block for your head. And as you roll over, you can place that left foot wherever you like, wherever feels comfortable to you. For me, it's kind of behind my right knee. There's an option to take a bind here, well, halfway, placing the left hand at the small of your back. And if you feel any tightness or pulling in the shoulder here, you can bend the right arm at a 90-degree angle. Sometimes that helps a little. Or just adjust the arm where you feel the most comfortable, where it feels right to you. And you can always come out of the pose if this is a little too intense for the shoulders. In our affirmation here, I release fear and welcome positive change into my life. I release fear and welcome positive change into my life. Breathe into the shoulder space. This line of energy connecting with our heart, connecting with our heart line, opening up the front of the chest. Three more breaths here. And gently, slowly unwind, rolling back through center, bringing the left arm out to a T. Right hand under the right shoulder, gently press away, rolling onto the side, and broken wing for the left side. Breathe into the opening of that left shoulder on the front side. Our affirmation here is, I release control and allow life to unfold naturally. I release control and allow life to unfold naturally. If you've lost that even breath, gently invite your awareness back to it. Three more breaths here. Gently unwind, coming back through center, nice and slow. Move any props out of the way. We'll come to just a brief child's pose for a moment. Knees width of the mat, send the hips back, walk the hands out, reconnect with the breath from the crown of the head to our root. Allow the hips to sink, the sacrum to open, to relax, to stretch. Just a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, we'll come into supported fish. So bringing one block to about where your shoulders will be and placing your other block on the lowest setting right above to rest your head. You can also use a bolster here, bring it to your hips, and allow your spine to rest on the bolster. Slowly lowering back, knees bent, feet hip distance apart. Take your time to make adjustments where you want your supports to be. And find where you feel most stable. You can bend the knees here or bring the legs out long, maybe into a reclined butterfly posture, soles of the feet together, knees falling open. Arms can come out to a T for a little deeper stretch. Feel into what is right for you. Think about the throat opening here. The heart, the backside of our solar plexus, our hips sinking into the earth. Fully open here, letting go, releasing anything from our heart that is less than divine love. Any stories, having grace for ourselves, compassion. Openness, joy, gratitude, all of the vibrations, all of the inner workings of the heart center. Just being open to receive. And gently release. In whatever way is intuitive to you. Moving props to the side, we'll come into a supported bridge. So lowering all the way down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat, knees bent, hip distance apart. And just windshield wiper gently here. Just feeling into the hips, tilting the pelvis gently upward. Maybe pulling the knees in towards the chest and rocking side to side. Giving our sacrum and our lower back just a little bit of kindness here, a little bit of love. And then planting the feet, grabbing one of your blocks, and on the lowest setting, widest surface area up, press through the feet and lift the hips, and place the block under your sacrum, so just below the lower back. Allow your hips to rest here on the block, supported in this bridge pose. Weight shifting to the shoulders, maybe tuck the chin in towards the chest a little here. Hands can rest on the rib cage or at your sides out to a T. And our affirmation here will be, I release attachments to outcomes and trust the journey. I release attachments to outcomes and trust the journey. Really press through the feet here. Feel that connection with the earth, with our soles of our feet, our roots. See if you can follow the breath from the base of your spine down to the soles of your feet. Follow it through the knees. Feel the energy circling there, swirling around. Down the calves, the shins to the heels, and into the earth. Drawing the breath back up through the legs, to the hips, the pelvis, the belly, the heart, and the back side of our throat chakra, pressed into the earth here. And our third eye, space between your eyebrows, and the crown of the head. Just a gentle tide of prana. And press through the feet, lifting the hips. Remove the block and slowly lower the hips down. Again, maybe pulling the knees in, grabbing wherever you can. Backs of the thighs, clothing, your shins, and just rocking side to side. Also an option to take a brief happy baby here, grabbing onto whatever you can. Ankles, shins, backs of the legs, sides of the feet, your big toes. Bringing the feet to the ceiling as if you were walking on the ceiling. And just rocking side to side, knees drawing down towards the earth, opening in the hips. And release. We'll come into a supine twist. So pressing through the feet, lifting the hips and shifting them over to the left. Let the knees fall to the right, arms come out to a T, gaze comes over the left fingertips. Focus on the breath here at your solar plexus, at the waist, your sun, your heat from within. Think about it burning away what isn't serving you. You have this beautiful capacity to alchemize from within you. The same capacity the universe holds to alchemize, to create, to destroy. Tap into that energy with the breath. What is it guiding you here to burn away, to release? You may find it comfortable to place a block between the knees or the ankles here. On your next inhale, gently unwind. Shift the hips back through center. Draw the knees in towards the chest. And drop the feet back down to the mat, hip distance apart. Pressing the soles of the feet into the earth, lifting the hips and shifting them over to the right. Allow the knees to fall to the left. Use whatever props you would like. Bring the arms out to a T. Gaze comes over the right fingertips now. Connecting with that same energy of the sun to your belly. Releasing, cleansing, letting go. Our affirmation here is, I choose to live in the present and let go of worries about the future. I choose to live in the present and let go of worries about the future. Gently unwind. Release props. Shift the hips back through center. Maybe stretch. Windshield wiper the knees. Whatever feels good to your body. Feeling into the hips and the lower back. When you're ready, bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open. You can place blocks under your thighs for reclined butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands can rest on your rib cage or at your sides, on the insides of your thighs, or maybe above the head, cactusing the arms. Breathe in through the belly. Allow the belly to be soft. Follow the breath. Come back to your intention. Back to your statement. Your if then. If I release blank, then blank will happen or arrive or unfold. I like to say curiosity will unfold because we don't know and we're giving up our attachment to whatever it's going to be. And gently release. Coming into your final Shavasana, let the legs extend, the feet fall open, arms at your sides, palms facing up to receive, palms facing down to ground. And let go of any shape of the breath that you may be holding on to. Allow the breath to be just as it is. Follow the breath wherever it goes. Take note of anything that came up here today without judgment, just curiosity. Allow yourself to integrate the work that you have done, to rest, to receive, to be renewed. Gently stretch the fingers and the toes. Begin to make gentle movements. Maybe rolling over to one side and pausing. And when you're ready, making your way to a seated position facing me. Sitting up nice and tall, feeling our hips again rooted into the earth here. Sit bones rooted. Take a big inhale in and exhale out. And circle sweep the arms up overhead. Another big inhale. Palms together. Exhale. Draw the hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this practice of Yin Yoga, of letting go, of renewal, and tapping into the energies of this upcoming autumn equinox. It is my greatest wish that this practice today is something that can be carried with you off the mat into your daily life, that you will take a moment to pause, to have conscious breath, to let go and allow the universe to show up for you, to show you what beautiful magic is within you and in front of you and all around you in every moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Satnam, may you align with your favorite version of you. Have a wonderful night. Love you. Thanks for coming.